What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you'll see the first offering of 2024. Behind me is a beautiful one-owner, 55,000-mile Mercury Grand Marquis. This is going to be a fast mover, I think, priced to sell. It's a beautiful one-owner example. Going to go around, do a full walk around of this car, show you inside, outside, all that good stuff. Tell you all about it in this video, including a price. So let's get into this one and show you this beautiful Mercury Grand Marquis. And here she is, a beautiful dark Torndor red Mercury Grand Marquis, 2006 model year. This is, I think, '06 was the first year of the refreshed kind of front end. When I say refreshed, with the kind of bulging cornering lamps, maybe it was '05. No, I think it was '06. And then the gray inserted taillights on the trunk. Few little changes they did to freshen it up. New grille. Nothing really crazy. They haven't changed these cars since the early 90s much. But this is a beautiful one-owner example. 55,000 miles. This car came out of an estate in Pennsylvania. And this car came up here. I actually bought two cars from the same couple. This car was the wife's car, and this car came here with a town car, and I have since sold the town car. The town car I sold a few months back. This car has been kind of lingering around, and I finally got to getting it in here, servicing it, going through it. This car is a really nice driver quality car. This isn't a pristine, perfect example. It shows well, it looks good, it drives great. Like I said, service, we've gone through this car front to back, up and down. We did tires, all new brakes, axle seals, battery, belts, wiper blades, oil change, all that stuff was done to this car to sort it. But when I say it's not perfect, I mean it's got some nicks and dings here and there, some on the bumper covers, you know, some abrasions on the paint. This car spent, I think, most or all of its life outside. And it kind of shows that, you know, when you get up close. Like I said, the car looks really well, shows well. But when you get up and you start kind of picking it apart, there's some signs of the car being an outdoor car. The town car that I got from them, I know, was garaged. So I think this car sat outside in front of the garage. You can see some spots in the hood there. We'll get up close and show you that stuff in depth in just a minute. Just doing my initial walk around. I'm going to grab my pointer finger and I'm going to show you all these little nicks and chips and whatnot. Like I said, in depth. Let me go grab that. All right, while we're here, we'll start off with the wheels and tires. 4 brand new Maxxis MA202s. I like these for the 225 60/16 size. It's a great size white wall, and they stay white. They balance out real nice. It's got a real good tread on it. These are chrome caps, so this is a GS package, and the GSs came with chrome hubcaps or painted like silver caps. This one has the chrome ones, but you can see a little bit of an abrasion right there, right there. Otherwise, looks real good. It does have the chrome fender arches, some chrome on the rockers, some chrome on the pillars, and then a painted pinstripe that does show a little bit of wear and tear. But again, we'll get into that in depth. This hubcap shows real well. Again, another brand new tire. You can see it's pretty clean inside there in the wheel well. Now, when I say nicks and scratches, you know, they're various throughout the car. I can't point every single one of them out, so you might see something in the camera that I kind of skim over. It's, you know, not trying to overlook things, but, you know, I'm going to show you the obvious stuff. If I can get a focus here, a couple little chips there and there. You know, but there's little stuff like this in the paint. This, I think this was like sap or some type of bird dropping that was never taken off the car, unfortunately, and it kind of just etched into the paint. You can see light hazing and scratches. You know, there's no clear coat missing or anything like that. Still shows well. It's got a nice shine to it. This is what I was talking about with the updated taillights. 06, I believe, all the way up to 11 had a gray insert here where these were all red on the earlier cars. The other thing, like I said, bumper covers have some nicks and chips and scratches. And I'll show you that. This side over here, I'll show you that side when it's turning around. But a couple little ones in the middle here. One down there, a little scratch there. You know, just some random stuff throughout. You can see a little bit of a stress crack there. Tail lights are in great shape. Come down the quarters, you might find a little ding or something here and there. The other thing that I'll point out is this chrome trim. Now down this whole side, doors, fender, in the front, I think maybe just the rear bumper actually. You can see it's like delaminated, like the clear part is coming off. I think this car, when it sat outside, this side got the sun because the other side's in great shape. That would be the only thing I can kind of make of that. But that's just my assumption there. Again, chrome, paint, stainless, all that stuff shows well. You know, you get up on it, you can see a couple little nicks and chips here and there. But nothing crazy, nothing earth-shattering. Come down here, you can see some defects in the paint, like crazing. That must have been, you know, a dropping or something. Scratch there, scratch there. You know, just little guys here and there, you know, throughout the car. Again, I can't point out every single little thing, but then you can see the delamination here. A little bit of a spot there. One there as well. Mirrors look pretty good. Looks like it's got a little chip there. And a couple little chips there. One right there. There and there. You can see a little bit of wear on the painted stripe, probably from just cleaning, I don't know, being out in the sun. I don't think that really wears off in the sun. Yeah, a little delamination on the chrome there. I did replace all the headlights, corner lights, and this does have factory fog lights, which is pretty cool. Come up over the hood, you're gonna see the same thing. It's really the top surfaces, obviously, which got sap or, you know, bird droppings on it. And come over here, you can see, you know, just little random spots. It looks, honestly, it looks worse under the light than it does outside in natural light. Some stone chips on the front header panel. Chrome grille shows well. Again, new headlights, corner lights. Some stress cracking on the front bumper. You know, throw it here, right in the middle. And that's like a little scuff going on here. I almost want to say something like rubbed up on the front of the bumper. This was his wife's car. So I believe this car, oh, unfortunately she's not with us anymore, but I believe she just kind of, I don't want to say she didn't care for it because the car was actually pretty well cared for mechanically, not really beat up or abused. It just unfortunately sat outside, and that does have an effect on cars. Garage cars are always, you know, showing in better shape because it's not subjected to the elements. You can see a spot on the roof that was touched up if this focuses. You know, just random stuff throughout there. Focus, focus, focus. A few little chips. Little chip there. Anyways, so that is the driver's side. We're going to spin this one around, and I'm going to show you the passenger side. All right, and panning out on the passenger side, you can see the passenger side, that beautiful dark Torrendor red metallic paint. This is just, I think this is the pretty, I love burgundies. Trusty Rusty's burgundy. My diesel is burgundy. And that's honestly by accident, but if I had to pick, those would be my colors. Now, going back to Trusty Rusty, like I am on a hunt for another burgundy or red 05, 06 Escalade ESV Platinum. Like, I've had opportunities at some nice Escalades to keep, replace mine, but I have to have a burgundy one. I don't know what it is. Truck, I don't know. I just know that the Escalade's so unique and rare in that burgundy with the platinum package. But enough about the trusty rusty. We're back to this Panther town car. I just love burgundies. I love the color. It's a very rich color. It's a handsome color on these cars. Add a little bit of chrome, some white walls, and you got yourself a really sharp color combination. Toss a tan canvas top on this car. Ooh, hello. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would be loving that. Every dark Toronto red or burgundy car, if I sold these things new, would come with a tan or a black top on it. Ooh, hello. But on the side, just like the other side, a few little nicks, imperfections here and there. But again, overall shows well. You can see paint's got a pretty good gloss to it. Some light scratching here and there throughout. Glass is all in good shape. Get the pointer finger back out here. Again, like I said, just light stuff. You can see some light scratching there. Come back around here. Some light delamination on that chrome, but the side piece, the side pieces show much better on this side than the other side. It does have a pretty good little scrape situation going on over here. Another one right down there as well. Chip in the quarter there. You know, little stuff. Some of this is little. Some of it's a little bigger than little. You know, but if you focus, you can see the little spots in the paint there. Top of the door. A few other spots. Chrome wheel arches. Tires. Hubcaps, all in good shape over here. A little bit of a chip of curb, maybe mark right there. It does have a scratch on the chrome trim, or body side molding. But you can see the chrome trim insert here is in much better shape. A few little minor marks on the door there. You know, nothing crazy, like I said, no major dings or anything. Maybe a few little minor, like, parking lot dings that you might pick up in the shadow. Door's in pretty good shape. Roof, windshield. This is the original Carlite windshield. Passenger mirror shows well. Does have, looks like something that was touched up right there. Very light scratch right there. Kind of hard to pick up, but yeah, I can see it. This hubcap's got some scarring on it. You can see here, here. And I must have caught the edge of the curb with this one. Get some light crazing in the paint on the bumper. You know, the chips that I pointed out before in the paint. Again, overall, it's a driver. This car, that's what she is. It's a great get-in drive. If you don't have a garage, you don't feel bad. You know, the car shows well. You can appreciate it for what it is. It's got a great ride. It's fully sorted. I mean, right there, look how beautiful it does look. That color is just, woo. Anyways, we're going to dive on to the inside of this 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis. And then I'll show you under the hood, in the trunk, and give you all the details. All right, jumping on to the inside of the Mercury Grand Marquis. You can see here it's got a nice light, I don't know if you'd call this light parchment. Seems like all Ford interiors are parchment or light parchment. But it's like a light beigey color. Cloth, like I said, this is the GS. So the GSs came usually cloth unless you got an aftermarket leather. They could come pretty stripped. This one's got options, like it's got the power pedals, it's got traction control, keyless entry. Believe it or not, you can get these things without keyless entry, which is insane to think about. But so this car's got an option, in-dash CD player. I don't know if that was an option or not. Usually just have the power driver's seat, no power passenger seat, but fog lights was the other option on this car as well. But you can see here, very clean car. Inside the jams show well. I'm not going to say they're perfectly clean because I probably could have done a little bit better of a job in there, but they're decently clean. Inside this jam here, you can see some wear on the paint. I'm assuming from a lazy foot getting dragged into the car. But all the weather stripping and everything is in great shape, nice and soft. All throughout the doors and stuff. Panels are in nice shape. Power seat works as it should. Power windows. You have your trunk popper down here, little map pockets. You can see how this is kind of like, I don't know, like bulging out a little bit. Kind of doing that on all of them, so I don't know if that's like, I don't get as many Grand Marquis, and I feel like I've seen this before, so it's like a padded armrest catch. Steering wheel, you have your automatic headlights, fog lights, stuff like that. Shows pretty well throughout there. Cloth upholstery. No tears or anything like that. I mean, cloth, this is why I love cloth, because it shows well, it wears well. It does have a few, 1, 2 little, it almost looks like maybe cigarette burn singes, like that just singed it. I don't really see any cigarette burns, anywhere in the car. It does have a little bit of staining on the carpet there. But one thing that I will say is this car does not smell like a smoker's car. If you've known me long enough, you know I've kicked cars out of here for being smokers' cars. I hate smokers' cars. No offense to any smokers out there, but you just ruin the car. This car does not smell like a smoker's car at all. So take that for what you will. Does have these 3 stains here that I wasn't able to get out. I mean, it's not like crusted in there. It's just something I couldn't get out. I don't know what to say there either. All right, let's dive onto the back. Open the back door. Show you inside the jammy here. Pretty decently clean. Looks like a little bit, just a little bit of blistering right there on that door seam. A few scratches inside the jam here. Again, all the gasket and everything is all in good shape. Carpeting back here looks pretty good. Seat, again, nice. Cloth. The map pockets there. Headliner shows well. I thought that was misstained. Maybe a little faint. I don't know, this interior is pretty light, so even like this faintest shadow kind of shows. Looks like a stain, but it really wouldn't be. All right. Now let's take a look at the passenger side. All right, coming around to the passenger side here. Inside the door. Let me zoom out a little bit. The jam looks pretty clean over here. It does have some scratches on the inner door jam. I assume maybe like that Lincoln that someone had a walker or a wheelchair, though it didn't tear up the seats. It does have a little rubbing on the seat there, but overall the back seat of this car is in pretty nice shape, and it's just on the jam. It's not on the car itself. Even the back of this seat shows pretty well. Carpeting is nice and clean. Door panel isn't all beat up. Inside this side here, you can see decently clean. Probably, again, could have done a little bit better of a job. Some chipping, again, probably from a lazy leg. Some scraping there and there. Could have maybe at one time put it on the front seat as well. But again, seat's not all torn up. Upholstery is in nice shape. It does have some paint wear on the edge of the dashboard there, but overall nice. Fold out cup holders. Seating for 6 across. Upholstery, nice shape. Maybe a few little, minor little stains. Nothing too crazy. Carpeting shows well. Door panel shows well. Like I said, you can just see a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call that bulging of the door panel. Armrest. All right. I jump behind the wheel and show you some of the details. And I like to show you what I got for keys and stuff like that. In this case, I have 2 original keys, 2 fobs, and then the gray valet key. We'll start this up. 55,761 miles. I do have all the books, the key code, little pamphlets, the case, and then a Boss Skaggs CD that was in the CD player. Let's pop the hood, and then we'll pop the trunk as well. All right, now let's pop the trunk here and show you what we got inside the trunk. Obviously, like the town car, is very spacious. Oddly enough, it's got a full-size spare. Thought that was kind of strange for a GS. Maybe you could option it with that. Obviously, it came with it because it's got the full-size spare cover. One thing this car didn't have, well, it had one rear floor mat. I don't know what happened with floor mats, so I got a set here. I get these rubber floor mats in a lot of these cars that have double the floor mats from older folks. So I usually keep them aside for a case like this where I don't have any mats, but clean inside the trunk area, inside the trunk lid. These Grand Marquis do not have a power pull down, so just a manual close there. Let's take a look under the hood. Come around and pop this hood open. Show you what's going on under here. Pretty neat and tidy, I would say. It does show some minor corrosion, on like the metals of the, engine components. A few little spots like on these little brackets, but a couple little nuts and bolts. But overall, pretty tidy for a Pennsylvania, lifelong Pennsylvania car. Under the hood, insulation pad is in nice shape. Hood comes down and closes well. There you have it, folks. 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis. All right, here's the bottom side of the 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis GS. 55,000 miles. It's a Pennsylvania car. Some surface rust on some of the control arms. Some minor surface rust you'll see on some of the frame components there. This fluid here is from us doing the four-wheel brake job, collapsing in all the calipers. Some of the fluid comes out of the master cylinder. But overall, very nice. Rockers. Nice. Floors. It's on a show car under here, but it's not a rotted out, rusty pile of garbage either. A few little cobwebs hanging around. New fuel filter, new rear axle seals, diff fluid, obviously. Four-wheel brakes, pads, rotors all the way around. 4 new tires, serpentine belts, etc. Trunk pan. You can see on this side, if my lights don't blind you, where it's a little tweaked on the bottom. You can see it there, if my light doesn't blind you, where that bumper kind of got a little distorted. Anyways, that's the 2006 Mercury Grand Marquis. Any questions, give me a call, 978-930-4444. 1004. We'll talk to you on the next one. All right, I'm going to wrap the video up here, give you all the details about this car. So for service, Papa Bear and I did a lot of service to this car. It was more mechanical service that we did than cosmetic stuff. Like I said, you know, this car is a driver car. I could have painted the bumper covers. I could have done some, you know, wet sanding and buffing maybe, but some of that stuff wasn't going to come out. Some of it may have. But for the price point of the car, I wanted it to appeal to, you know, the driver audience. I didn't want to make it something it wasn't. I didn't want to hide anything or cover anything up. So it's a nice car. It's a nice driver car. With that being said, we did 4 brand new tires, white sidewall tires. We did pads, rotors, front and rear, all the way around. Did rear axle seals. Obviously, diff cover, diff fluid, seal, all that stuff. Battery, I think serpentine belt, wiper blades. I had both seat belt pre-tensioners rebuilt or remanufactured by Safety Restore. I said wiper blades, oil change. The car is a get-in drive car. It's a great car. I've put a few hundred miles on this car. It runs and drives great down the road. Price point of this car, affordable. $69.95 for this 2006 Grand Marquis. Any questions, give me a call, 978-930-1004. You can go over my website, specialtymotorcars.net, and check out all the still pictures. Thank you so much for watching the video here. Let me know what you think down in the comments of this one. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, helps me out a lot. Thanks, everybody. Totally appreciate you watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.